What is up, you guys? Welcome to trading session number 24. We are looking at the S&P 500 chart here, 6-month, 4-hour chart. We could see, the trading S&P 500 still trading below the 50-day moving average as we experience the worst, day since October yesterday. And, we're going to see what happens. We have the 10-year yield really rebounding, and we'll get in that in a second once we pull over the news. But it's really, to kick off the new year, it's not a good start. It's not a good start for stocks. So we're looking at the 1 minute chart, and we see, keep getting rejected here by the 200-day moving average with the day, right around now we see this 50-day moving average moving past that 200 days. So that is a good sign for a recovery. We'll see what happens as the day go on, but we see it really getting rejected, in pre-market here, and then once the market opened, we see it, getting rejected and creating lower lows. That is the 1 day, 1 minute. We look at the 5-day, we really see it, creating lower lows here, getting rejected by the 200-day. And then right here, we're hoping that, this trading goes above this 200-day here to, really close out the day. We're going to see what happens. It could get rejected again, and we could create a newer low. All right, so that is little update on the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. We are trading still below the 50-day moving average on the 6-month, 4-hour chart, the main chart we use for trading. Let's go over to some news here. So, NASDAQ falls for a second straight day. We saw a really big drop yesterday to start, 2024, first trading session of 2024, and today it is continuing. We're hoping that it continues to drive up the rest of the day, but we'll see if it does or not. Like I said, it could get rejected and we could create newer lows. We also see Apple declining again, and that's not good because Apple is a main contributor to the S&P 500. We see, investors really, selling last year's gains. And, with the Federal Reserve trying to cut rates, we kind of are seeing investors maybe lock in profits before that happens. We're also seeing, the 10-year yield rising as well. We see here, short-term corrections are, nothing out of the ordinary, guys. It's kind of normal for this to happen, but obviously, we really want the stock market to continue to rally, especially this year. This year, is a very important year for interest rates, for the Federal Reserve to cut those rates to make a more stable economy, more stable stock market in general. So here is the 10-year Treasury yield, ticks above 4%, the benchmark 10-year Treasury yield. Took 4% Wednesday, reversing a downtrend seen toward the end of 2023. You could look at really the 6-month chart here. We see, right around in October, middle October, we saw it at the high, and then we saw it come crashing back down, coming back down towards the end of December, and now we're seeing a little bounce here on the 10-year Treasury, and investors don't like that. So mixture of a bunch of different things here. Investors locking in profits from tech. People just feared about the 10-year Treasury. They're waiting for the Fed to really cut its first rate here, and that could be another couple months from now. So you see a lot of investors locking in profits and stuff like that. So and people are fearful too. You see your stock go down, you're going to sell out of it. A lot of investors are like that. They invest in companies that are going up, and they buy when they're going up, and then they sell when they're going down. And you know, that's what their strategy looks like. We're pretty much like the opposite. We do, you know, we buy deals when stocks go down, and then we, you know, trim when they go up. So let's, I'll put this in the description below. It's live updates, CNBC. It'll be in the description below if you want to check out that. Now let's dive into the portfolio, guys. You know, our Palantir position is still underway here. Average price, we have a 1770. The last price of Palantir looks like it's at 1660. So we'll see if it gets to, you know, that 18 strike. Obviously, we see it go down since yesterday, and you know, it could be another, you know, position where we don't get assigned, and we're gonna have to play it by ear. But we have to do that 18 strike price next time, which sucks because it's at 1618. It could not be a good premium by the time we you know, do another cover call. We're hoping that price of Palantir, our goal for that, for the price of Palantir, is to get to at least above 1770. We don't want to hit 18 because we want to do another cover call, but we want to get in between that 1770 and 18 range when this contract expires. So that is the update on the Palantir position. We're looking for that price to get above what it's at right now. So now we're going to be looking at deals, guys. We're trying to see. Let's go ahead and look on the relative strength index on each stock. We see, you know, Square really meeting down to the 200-day moving average there. It's trading at the 20 RSI level. We have PayPal trading at 28, not as good as Palantir, but we see it meeting the 200-day. Cowboy Group we have at 30, really dropping below the 50-day there. And look at this, we see the 50-day crossing the 200-day on DraftKings, really dropping down to 17 RSI. That's worse than Block, guys. So we're going to keep an eye on DraftKings. We have a lot of deals in the market, guys. We're going to have to see our market value on each stock to be able to determine which one we want to buy. But we have Shopify really meeting down to the 200-day as well. Let's see what Tesla has to offer here at a 30 RSI. That's looking good too. We already have a lot of Tesla though in the portfolio. Kind of want to build these other positions up, guys. We do have already quite a lot. Where is DraftKings here? Market value 93. Obviously, we're going to try and stick with these bottom 6 here. Square really 19 RSI. Or sorry, I keep saying Square. They got to change their ticker. Their SQ ticker. They were Square, but they changed their company name to Block. Block is at a 71 market value. What do we have PayPal at? PayPal 89. I know Cowboy Group. We kind of wanted to meet that 200-day moving average before it really popped, and we kind of wanted to see it come down a little bit more for us to invest in Cowboy. We could extend our Tesla position, but it is one of the biggest in the portfolio right now. But Shopify, really, I think we're going to do Shopify because we only have a 33 market value on Shopify. What is Airbnb doing? I got to check out Airbnb here first before we... So 33... We're going to go ahead and do Shopify, guys, just because we have a low market value. That's our motivation. to buy this right now. So $10. We'll lock in $10 Shopify and order quantity 0.13978. Let's go ahead and lock that in. All right, we just locked in Shopify at 71.54 is what we bought it at, and the market is not really doing that well for us to trim, guys. You know, we could check to see market value. Yeah. We have most of these stocks really. We have Microsoft 47 RSI, Google at 50, and that is pretty much the highest we see right now for RSI levels, and that is, you know, oh, we see Walmart at 72. That's really popping there above the 200-day moving average, but we are not going to trim Walmart. We can't even trim Walmart because we need a quantity at least one share for, you know, to be able to trim on Webull. So yeah, we're not going to trim today. We need the market to do a lot better for us to trim, and it's just not there. And so we're gonna just do the Shopify buy today. I'm not going to trim. Update on the Palantir. We want to see the Palantir price really pop above 17, hopefully to our average price to 17.70 before this expiration of January 12th of our contract, of our 18 strike price contract. So we would really like that above 17 by January 12th. Before we have to do another cover call. And if they get a sign, if it goes above 18 by January 12th, we'll, you know, that's fine by us. We'll lock in that extra $30 appreciation as well. So that is pretty much trading session number 24. We have, you know, all three major averages. The NASDAQ, we got S&P 500 and the Dow Jones down on the day, with Apple really declining as well, another 1% due to their downgrade of Barclays. And, you know, 10-year yield really recovering, which is, you know, scaring investors, and investors really wanting to also trim from, you know, this tech rally we had in 2023. So that is pretty much the update of today, Wednesday, January 3rd, guys. We hope you have amazing finance New Year resolutions. Tell us about them in the Discord, in our you know, club, guys. Go to themogulfellas.com, hit membership, hit that invite, get into our Discord, introduce yourself. We're, you know, very welcoming club. Come introduce yourself there, and we'll get you guys rolling in the Discord before we start charging for it, guys. We're not sure when we're going to start charging for it, but I believe it's going to be this year. So get in while you can. All right, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Hit the outro.